What's up, ladies and gentlemen? We are back with the queer agenda. Y'all know we're gonna bring y'all that weekly dose of tea. What's going on within the gay community, the LGBTQ, IA plus, all the above. All right, we don't want to leave nobody out. Y'all already know I go by the name of DJ eXeL.
Boss BRITT the most lit.
And it's your girl, the BADDIE GALORE.
Hey, it's the queer agenda.
Brittany, you done gave us your grandma clap.
That's my kid clap right there.
How
What's
y'all
up,
doing?
ladies?
Good.
Let's
Ready for
go.
Leo season. Leo season actually already started. Yeah, Leo season actually started.
All right.
Started. Prepare for all the lies to enter the chat. All the lies.
Whoa.
Y'all be lying for real? My mom.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Your mom be lying like a mug.
My mom did not be lying. She a little dramatic. She a little nosy. Damn, you might be nosy. Is that a Leo thing?
You know I'm nosy. Please.
That's what I'm saying.
The way I be.
So is that a Leo thing?
I don't know.
I think it is because my mom, girl, she be wanting tea, don't even be knowing the people. I'll be like,
Maybe
why you so
Leo
into it?
Because I be wanting the tea and I don't be knowing the people either.
I'm weak. Well, yeah.
I love Leos, man. Leo is my rising sign, so I actually do really love Leos. So
makes sense.
Right with me.
Even though you just called us liars.
Well, she's a liar too. I mean, she has a history of being, a liar. Should deceive.
Not you agreeing, Britt.
There's no lies told. That is the truth. I was a liar.
That is funny.
The trip. But yeah, we back, the week's just been moving. I don't know how we're about to be in August.
Insane. This year's going by so fast.
Am I tripping, y'all? Like, what? Now it's about to be winter.
I'm about to be drunk soon. I'm just thinking about that a little bit.
To be what?
Drunk. I'm just thinking about how it's. I feel like I look at like my sobriety thing is like if I was in jail, even though I'm not in jail, I'm going to count down like, yo, I'm 171 days. You know, people be like, I've been in here 171 days, 23 hours and 23 seconds. Like they be knowing the exact time. That's how I feel like I'm doing my countdown right now. So I'm looking forward to a shot or three.
A drinky drink.
I can't wait.
How's your challenge going, eXeL? Aren't you doing a DJ sober challenge?
Oh yeah, how your DJs doing?
Yeah, so most of them clocked out. I think I got 2 in there that have remained sober. I want to give a big shout out to DJ Jada Bird because she was at our party. And I was like, let me see. But
what's in that cup?
Yeah, but she ain't actually had nothing. I'm like, girl, you need a water or something. So I gave her a bottle of water. But the thing is, some people don't realize it's very, very hard, especially if you're in the nightlife. Like some people, and everybody got their own journey, but like, some people are like, oh, that's nothing. To other people, it's like, yo, I can't see myself going a month without drinking. So just salute to all the DJs and anybody that could just do a 30-day cleanse because it's not easy. To Britt's point, I am on 206 days of being completely sober.
Hey.
And Britt said 100 and what you say you was at?
I'm at 171 now.
Yeah, I mean, yo, every week, every day, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Britt is doing a bid apparently.
I feel like I done got tried the most as a sober person to where normally like something happened, you want to go take a little drink, so it's different having to deal with certain things under the fact that you can't take a drink. But I'm hanging in there. And shout out y'all. We are inspiring people to do this as well too. So everybody that's also indulging in this sobriety journey with us.
And just to end it on this, like somebody came up to me in the club, I don't know them or anything, and they just like, yo, bro, I love you doing that and you inspired me. And it's like, yo, everybody just talking on your journey, whatever it is, like people are listening, and it might be people that you don't even know, you know what I mean? And that's kind of why I'm speaking on it even more, because it was a personal thing, but then people saying like it inspired them, it just made you think twice, you know what I'm saying? So that shit does matter. So
period.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, one more thing. We got Atlanta Black Pride coming up August 27th to September the 1st. We just announced our first headliner, Ken the Man, will be there that Friday night.
Okay.
It's a Freaknik theme, so get y'all outfits, ticket sections, all that. Get y'all passes. We got more talent we announcing, so y'all need to stay tuned.
Come for the Freaknik. I'm wearing my booty shorts.
What about the booty? How's that work?
Wow, the way I was just happy and y'all two just played me is crazy.
Yeah, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see booty shorts.
Hey, Galore, you never even see me in person.
I have seen you in person.
You see her,
right? And what I say still stands. Put on some regular stud shorts, please.
Period. Hey, I like her, man.
I like her. Hi, Baddie Galore. I'm over this. What's on the agenda?
Not an attitude. All right, so we're going to start this show off revisiting a previous segment we did about Jess Hilarious and her most recent transphobic comments. Because if y'all remember, while interviewing activist Lene Vance on The Breakfast Club, Jess made that unprovoked transphobic comment that only women can have babies. And this wasn't the first time, right? Jess has been outwardly transphobic before. In fact, she has a documented history of transphobic behavior dating back to at least 2023. It started when she responded to a trans TikTok creator, Blessing Rose, who said cis women don't own womanhood or periods. Jess posted an aggressive Instagram video pushing back on the idea, which quickly went viral. And then she got into it with trans celebrity T.S. Madison when she tried to educate Jess on the topic. And she even faced backlash about her commenting during the Breakfast Club. So she just has a history of making these comments, right? She posted that photo carousel with the caption, "My uterus is my superpower," again, speaking on her claim that only women can have children. And even with all of these document instances, she's claiming in a new interview with Carlos King that she has no issues with trans people. Let's watch that, Britt.
Cap.
Speaking on gender identity, I was speaking on biology. I said only women can have babies. I've been punished for that as well, too. I lost a TV show for saying that. Because of that statement that I said, women can have babies. Only women can have babies. That was the reason that did not want to have me on Miss Pat Settles It.
Is there anything you want to say to the trans community who do feel like you're dismissive by the tone in which you say things, the facial expressions in which you say things? What do you have to say to them?
Listen, you know what, Carlos, this is crazy, right? Because it doesn't matter what I say, they will not believe that I am not transphobic. I've tried, I've done this, I've said many times over, I do not hate trans women. I don't hate trans men. I don't. I said what my issues were. I don't think that we should be called cisgendered women. I think the question should be ask them what they feel like, what they need from Jess Hilarious to feel like they're not heard or not seen. I see all of y'all. I see not y'all. I'm talking about, talking to the trans community. I see y'all. Yes, I do. And that's the last thing I want to say is like, yo, I got trans friends, because then that's also looked at, oh, that's the one, that's just like a white person saying, oh, I got black friends. No, I really do have trans friends. Yes, I do. And it's like, yo, I can't, it's like if you hate us, if you hate one of us, you hate us all. It's like, no. There's some straight people out here that I don't particularly care for, but that's not toward our whole community. It's some gay people I don't like, men and women. That is not toward the whole community. Everything warrants a conversation. I'm open to having a conversation with anybody. Like that's what we're missing. The whole thing is we're missing communication.
So what are our very quick thoughts? Do we think Jess' past comments can be boiled down to just not agreeing with individual thoughts and comments of some trans people while not having really any issues with the community as a whole? Or do we feel like she is in fact transphobic?
I would, what, I like to troll from time to time. So when this clip got posted on some blog site,
girl, I seen 100 people added you. I couldn't even read it. I was just like,
yeah,
because y'all about to piss me off.
I know, right? Because like the whole thing is that they don't want to respect the fact that if someone transitions from a female to a male, they can still have a baby, and that is technically a male having a baby. That's all I said. I said if a person goes by a male and they had a baby, that does mean a man had a baby.
Right.
A lot of people, I'm not gonna lie, it sounds crazy to say it out loud. And I
But
think that's
why
where a lot
don't
of people are at. They don't want to accept the fact that men can have babies. They're like, no, there's no way that a man can have a baby. That's a female. So they're not respecting the fact that someone has transitioned from a female to a male. And then I know even Mal had commented, and she kind of made a good point about, like, technically by definition what a phobia is, which is just basically having like an aversion towards anything. So if I don't like freaking I thought that was OD, but I guess by definition it is what it is. But if I don't like apples or something like that,
Right.
then
You have a phobia, right?
Now, by definition, I guess it does. And just from the way that Jess projects her comments and things like that, I mean, it's unwarranted. So to me, it's like, where is it coming from? Because it's not coming from a place of support. It's not coming from a positive place. So where are the comments coming from? Even from the Breakfast Club episode when the lady was on there, they weren't even talking about that. She came out of nowhere and like, oh, and by the way, only real women can have babies. So it's like, baby, that wasn't even the topic of the conversation. So what made you randomly just say that?
Yeah, she seems emotionally evoked by it. Like she seems like she has an emotional opinion. But before I go in like on Jess, like out of just pure conversation, right? I get, because back in the day growing up, I never heard cisgender, like you're a cis woman. No, you're a woman, right? Like I never heard cis. I'm sorry, I didn't. And I, not that like I even care, but I get the point of like, yo, a woman's a woman, to say, have to go out the way to say cis to prove that she's a natural born woman. I kind of get it to a certain extent. But maybe if you are a man that got pregnant, maybe you should be referred to as a trans man that got pregnant. Because if you are 100% living as a man lifestyle, you wouldn't have got pregnant. And that could be up for debate, but I'm if you're 100% man, you wouldn't have considered pregnancy. But because you, so would it make a difference if you're saying trans men can get pregnant instead of just saying men can get pregnant, since we're now using cisgender? You know what I'm saying? To make it a little easier for people. But either way, I'm not emotional about it, or like, you know, I'm really like open for discussion about it, you know.
Right.
But the way Jess reacts, even Tyson, what's his name? He was just on the Breakfast Club. Tyson Beckford. Yeah, Tyson Beckford. He was just on the Breakfast Club, and he was just saying like, I love gay people, I love all this, and like we all gotta love it. And like they didn't even put the camera on her, but she like, I don't know. Maybe it's just me judging because I already knew like she has issues with gay people. But she was like, yeah, you know, it just kind of felt like, I don't know. But even when she's saying there's nothing I can do to convince people, like you still seem angry a little bit.
Yeah, maybe just stop making the transphobic comments and people won't think you're transphobic.
Yeah, just stop talking about it.
I feel like it's just super simple.
Nobody ever asked her opinion to begin
Literally no one has ever said, hey, what's your opinion about trans people, ever?
And that's where it feels like it's coming from, a place of hate and a place of let me belittle you and let me, you know what I'm saying, because it's unwarranted. Nobody asked your opinion at all in any of the cases, starting from, what'd you say, 2023?
Yeah.
Like, come on.
Years. You've been doing this for years.
You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point you have to be like, you know what? Trans women ain't my cup of tea. I'd rather you just say that versus sitting up here still making these comments and trying to say that you're not transphobic, because, and I'm glad she didn't say because she got trans friends, but you're trying to make it seem like you are for the trans community, and you're really not. Because if you were, you wouldn't be making those unwarranted.
And I just think if you are who you are, if you are a woman, you don't have to fight to prove that. You know what I mean? Or you don't got to fight for your position. Or if you're black, or if you're Puerto Rican, I'm not arguing with everybody else to prove what I am. You know what I'm saying? And it's like she kind of feels offended because somebody might be saying that they are what she is. And it's like, sis, you own that. You good on that. It's
And
yours.
she's in this fight by herself. So
Yeah.
And it looked crazy. It just don't look good anytime, even with Carlos on there. Like it you look it didn't look good. And I'm gonna say overall, like I always liked Jess. I seen Jess in comedy. I went to one of her shows. I originally liked her on the Breakfast Club. It's just this gets whack and it starts to look corny. And it's there's honestly nothing you could do unless you had a very transparent conversation. That's crazy, right? But like it's like a real honest conversation and maybe get off. There's obviously some shit on her chest that she need to get off that she's not.
I think the trans woman stole her man one time and she ain't never let it go.
I remember you saying that. It gotta be deeper than that. And
it's definitely deeper than that.
Yeah.
But all right, let's get into the tea and the drama of the day. So y'all remember? Do y'all remember when this went down? A couple years ago, when De'Ara Taylor, popular YouTuber and influencer, after breaking up with her long-term partner and fiance Ken, was called out by her friend and makeup artist eXeL for cheating with her long-term girlfriend. Y'all remember when this went down?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, when it happened, De'Ara was very well liked and was going through the public breakup with Ken. So I felt like she really didn't get any backlash about it. Like it wasn't like a super big conversation. I think there was like maybe a couple YouTube videos, here and there. I don't even know if the Shade Room posted about it. Like it just like wasn't, the Shade Room probably posted about it, but you know what I mean? It just like wasn't a big thing. I don't think the allegations from eXeL were taken seriously at all. And De'Ara has continued in secret to continue to date her ex-girlfriend Jazzy in peace. Until this past weekend, when De'Ara tweeted what seemed very innocent, saying, "I'm always team Black women." And then she was bombarded with tweets from people asking her how she could be team Black women when she stole someone's partner from right up under them. Now, just a quick history lesson for those of y'all who are watching and don't remember the scandal, but like this is how the story goes. Right, barely. So this is how the story goes. Okay, so De'Ara meets her trainer Kayla through her apartment building. They both lived in the same apartment complex. The girl Kayla becomes her trainer and her friend, which led to her meeting Kayla, led to her meeting Jazzy, who is Kayla's sister, who is the stud, right? So she meets Kayla, they become friends. She introduced her to Jazzy. They didn't become friends. Then do Jazzy, she gets introduced to eXeL, who is Jazzy's longtime girlfriend of almost 7 years when all of this went down, right? So they all become friends. They all start hanging out. But while De'Ara is still publicly tied to Ken, and Jazzy and eXeL are still in their long-term relationship, Jazzy, Kayla, and De'Ara take a trip to Miami to promote some juice detox brand.
It's Miami.
Right? It's always Miami at the scene of the crime. And it's said that De'Ara and Jazzy get very close on this trip, right? Almost uncomfortably close, inappropriately close. And while they are on the trip, not Kayla Child, all these names, eXeL is back home doing little subtweets, right? Making little comments on the Instagram story, trying to figure out cryptic little messages about betrayal. And then months later, she goes live and airs everything out. She claims that De'Ara has been trying to hook up with Jazzy for months. Not only did she ask eXeL if she would do a threesome with her and Jazzy, but she also asks her if she would be open to Jazzy having a hall pass, seemingly with De'Ara. Now, these are all allegations, right? But this is what she's saying. And she also says that after Jazzy breaks up with her, Jazzy just wakes up one day and says, "I no longer want to be together." They have been together almost 7 years. That De'Ara then ghosted her and blocked her and started being her friend after. And then she got confirmation months later that they were in fact messing around each other behind her back. Right. And De'Ara, of course, has always denied that this relationship ever happened. She was asked on like a little drinking YouTube show if her and Jazzy were dating, or no, she was asked if they were in a relationship, right? That's a very specific question. Are you in a relationship? She says no. I believe the streets are saying that they were dating at the time, but she asked if their relationship. She asks if she's talking to somebody. She says no. She drinks, whatever the case may be. But then she also was always posting these like suggestive pictures of somebody's arm around her neck multiple times, and people identify this arm as Jazzy's because of her tattoo.
I was about to say, you want to know what that is if that's
right,
her.
but she never would show her face, right? So people are asking, like, did De'Ara cheat on Kim? Because mind you, when she became friends with Jazzy, she was still in a relationship with Kim. They were all like celebrating De'Ara's birthday together, all hanging out with each other. So did she cheat? Was she creeping around with Jazzy the whole time? Did she really steal the girl's girlfriend? Now, all this happened like 3 years ago. But again, people feel like De'Ara was never really held accountable for what she did. And since people have been calling her out about it all recently, she is neither denying it or claiming to care. Even saying in this tweet, my thing is, what are y'all gonna do about it? Nothing besides talk about it. Now carry on.
That last tweet was crazy.
Yeah, I seen that bitch. Shut the fuck
I
up.
saw Mutt and some most stuff.
Yes. So what do we think? Should folks just let it go? Or is De'Ara deserving of the public lashing that she's currently getting?
Both. Let it go and let her get publicly bashed. Because
Britt, it was, you couldn't, both wasn't the option.
I just feel like as a public figure, that's what comes with the territory. So if you took somebody's girlfriend, then you got to be willing to take everything else that comes with it. Whoop-de-doo. And at the same time, I mean,
Britt over the bullshit. Whoop-de-doo.
I done took a lot of people girlfriends, man. So
okay.
at the end of the day, if she gonna get any karma, trust me, she gonna get it. And you know who ain't gonna know about it? The internet. We ain't gonna know nothing about her karma. So just let them be, y'all. It seemed like they wasn't close. They were associates, just based off of the dynamic. You said she met her through this person, that person. Woo, woo, woo. So I don't think they were really friends per se. And I can attest to saying that I don't think
Let's zoom in on a cheater. Let's zoom in on a stealer, a girlfriend.
I thought Ken was the cheater, was what I initially heard.
He was. And I feel like that's the reason why she didn't really get a lot of backlash when this happened, because she was going through the public breakup. They had just got engaged. And then like right after they got engaged, he got caught cheating, and then they found out that he had been cheating the whole time. So it's just like, she already went through a whole bunch, so we're not gonna like, drag her for like taking her friend's girlfriend. But you getting cheated on does not mean that you didn't steal someone else's man. That's not how that's supposed to work.
Yeah.
I'm just a strong believer in karma, whether it's on the internet or not. You have real ass feelings and you're going to deal with your karma, whether people see it or not. And I don't know, karma never let me down, good or bad. You know what I'm saying? So and I'm not going to lie, like, I do agree. Like, I think we had discussion before, like, when is it okay? Because with cities, you're going to end up knowing somebody's ex or something, like, you don't necessarily gotta like owe everybody that. But if we are cool, we out on vacation, there's no way I'm not going to think that you wasn't
plotting.
Yeah, no, it's not okay.
Listen, the first thing I do when I meet a femme is be like, who did you date? Let's look at pictures together. Let's compare and contrast. Let's see if we have the same roster. And sometimes it happens, and sometimes it's not a big deal. Like if I dated somebody, like one of me and my homegirls I just became cool with, like we dated the same girl, but like we're neither one of us is dating her now, so it doesn't matter, right? But like I think in this situation, whether they were close friends or not, they were still hanging out with each other. They were still sharing space, celebrating birthdays together. So if the allegations are true, De'Ara's dead ass wrong. And she knows she did that's wrong. That's why she hasn't gone truly public with that relationship that they're clearly in, because she knows the backlash that she'll face. And to Britt's point, as a public figure who shares her life on the internet and vlogs and stuff, that's just a part of the game. But she also doesn't care. So why should we?
And you know you guilty when you say what you gonna do about it. Nothing.
We don't care. Because like
and we can't do nothing about it. So it's
we
like
can't do nothing about it.
Let them have their piece. I don't know. Cause yeah, like I said, who knows how that relationship going, if it even is a relationship.
Does the stud have a job is my question.
Oh,
okay. Anyways, all right. So,
does the stud have a job?
They never do. The WNBA All-Star Weekend.
No,
The WNBA. We're moving on. The BADDIE GALORE is moving on. Join me. Okay. The WNBA All-Star Weekend may have been about basketball, but thanks to the StudBudz. Do y'all know who the StudBudz are?
Of course.
StudBudz live stream hosted by Courtney Williams and Letitia Heidemann, who both play on the Minnesota Lynx. Fans got fed some of the best lesbian tea the league has ever served. And I'm gonna rapid fire all the tea for y'all because it was a lot, obviously. And then we're gonna talk about it after. So first up, Paige Bueckers finally publicly confirmed her relationship with girlfriend AZ Fudd during an orange carpet interview, something fans have long suspected. Let's watch that, Britt.
Okay, girlfriend reveal, it's AZ Fudd. Thank you, Paige. What college basketball team did her dad play for? American University. What basketball player was she named after? Jennifer AZ.
AZ
better know your lady.
Who? Paige?
She better know her lady, yeah.
Oh, no, her lady, yeah. AZ was also spotted partying in the background of the StudBudz stream. She was on her lap and everything, child. They is together and in love. Also, Courtney Williams is officially single. Now, Glamazon Tay kind of gave us the tea during Y'all Know Homo show interview, but it was actually confirmed herself that her engagement is off. The pictures and videos have been deleted and scrubbed off the social media platforms, and she is telling the girls to pull up. Let's watch that, Britt.
Courtney crazy.
Common misconception that they have of me right now
can be on or off the court.
Probably that I'm still in a relationship. Your girl back in the field. Believe it. What? That's a common misconception about me right now. I'm in the field. What are we talking about? Send the baddies. Send them out. Bring them out.
Hey, you could get a stud a job, but they still gonna be a stud
every single time, especially with Courtney. Okay. So rumored pair Marina Mabry and rookie Sanaya Rivers showed up to the orange carpet together, looking very coupley during an interview or interaction with the StudBudz. Courtney Williams joked about Sanaya picking up girls, and Marina quickly stepped in and let her know that she was already spoken for. Let's watch that, Britt.
Period.
I said, Sanaya, where are the bad bitches? And then I said, but you don't. No, but I said, you don't worry about it. That's what I said. Didn't I just say that?
Why are you trying to start an argument? You trying to start an argument?
I said, are y'all getting
that's what I'm saying. You trying to start an argument?
No, I didn't. I said, are you getting outside tonight?
She's with the bad bitch.
Period.
She's with the bad bitch.
Then they were spotted all night being flirty and very touchy. Another win for the tea column, maybe. I mean, the streets are saying that they're together. I don't know if I truly believe it's a relationship, but we'll get into that later. We also got a hilarious moment when soccer superstar Megan Rapinoe, wife of WNBA legend Sue Bird, loudly whispered in shock that Courtney Williams had never been strapped before, sparking a conversation about the cultural differences between white and black queer women when it comes to sex toys. Let's watch that, Britt.
That's funny.
Never strapped? Wait, what? What we do? What, DJ? What we do? Never?
What? What are that about?
Go ahead.
When you said you were never strapped. What I said? I don't remember that time. I'll be saying whatever.
She said, "Can she get some hair from you?"
Lastly, fans clock that influencer Auntie Nay was spotted with a baddie throughout the entire weekend. While she claims they're just friends, fans are speculating that she's quietly moved on after her very public divorce on TikTok. Let's watch that, Britt.
Oh. Wait, turn the mic on. Y'all together. No, but it's a real thing because if so, I apologize, twin.
Out of all the tea I just spilled, which piece of it do y'all think was the most piping hot?
It's crazy because I have seen clips like rotate. I haven't seen nobody playing the game.
all the tea, no basketball.
She live streamed.
Who won the game?
She live streamed during the game. I'm almost certain because she wasn't an all-star. Courtney was, so I'm pretty sure she live streamed during the game. But the most exciting part was everything that happened around the game that we never get to see, in my opinion.
Right, that was like the first time we got behind the scenes, and I low-key, although it's great, it kind of seems risky because WNBA is such like a professional sport and like the image, but
they honestly really leaned into it. The WNBA like official accounts were reposting. They had the Minnesota Lynx mascot dressed up as a StudBudz. They had the pink hair. The commissioner was on the live stream with Courtney and them dancing and stuff. So they've actually really leaned into it because it is turned into like really good promotion for the league. People want to know these players outside of just them like being on teams.
Salute to them, because I think we are crossing that time where it's like be super professional, can't do anything outside. You know, I know even at one point I feel like when Courtney would come outside, like you can't record her type shit. You know what I mean? Like at a certain point. But I mean, it is all about publicity and that marketing, and they're obviously loving it. Like, but what's the strap thing? I wonder if Shorty knew that she was getting recorded.
She said, "Can he get some hair from you?"
She knew she was getting recorded, but she tried to whisper and then like scream, basically. Like your whisper was not a whisper at all.
That reminds me of
you whispered right into the mic.
Right into the mic. I seen the clip of Courtney going viral with Diplo because she told him to play more hip hop music.
Yeah, they were literally everywhere.
She was feeling herself on that because Diplo.
She told Dip, she was like, yeah, and he played like Highlight Paper Get. What's the song he produced? The Paper Plane. What's it called? I fly like paper get highlight. Like he played that song. He was like, "This is my song. Like I produced this. Like you don't tell me to turn on my stuff." But it seemed like Courtney was definitely a little lit. She was outside having the ball. I didn't see no game highlights like you said. I definitely seen the one I heard talk about she back outside. So maybe we encourage her to go ahead and speak on that because we had broke the, you know what I'm saying, the tea a little bit.
I mean, it was a conversation.
It was a conversation.
And a lot of people, I do want to say on the No Homo show, like on YouTube, a lot of people were in those comments and saying that Glamazon-Tay and Courtney was like the best couple together. Do y'all think
they was in my comments being messy
on the show? Glamazon-Tay said she don't really go back or whatever.
She said she goes back twice and she's already gone back twice.
Do y'all think we just gonna throw it out there? I don't want to go in on. Somebody said we was talking too much about Glamazon-Tay, even though she was on our show.
Right.
But anyway, do y'all think? Do y'all have any predictions of them rekindling?
You asking us? Are you asking?
I don't know, but I wouldn't be mad about it.
I mean, I will say not to be messy, but I will say that I got a lot of comments of people saying that Tay be at the games when Minnesota comes and plays Atlanta.
Well,
but she said they were brother and sister though, so family supporting family.
She did.
First of all, I don't want nobody say. I hate when people do that. If you dated somebody, y'all is not bros, sis.
Yeah.
Anyway,
and make sure they get their pay. I seen they was out there with the shirts on, like talking about get on what they will what y'all owe us. But then I did hear a good point that like allegedly the WNBA is still in the red and they haven't really recouped much of their money that they put into it. So even though they're generating funds, they haven't really profited much still, even though it is growing. But I do hope that they get what they deserve. I know like men get, I think like 50% of something like sales or something.
Yeah.
And then the WNBA only gets 9%. So if that's the case, I do
They
feel
get
like
paid pennies.
Yeah.
I make more than some WNBA players.
Yeah, I hope they
actually
get what they need.
seen Brittany Griner. She was just on a podcast.
Gee.
And it's crazy because she said if they don't go overseas, that they will play during the season and then get a part-time job off season.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like being a coach or whatever it is. And it's like, damn, imagine being a WNBA player and really having to even be fit, stay in condition, you know, on your off season to have to work like a part-time job.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They'll pay you millions, where over here you might make depending on who you are, like 100,000.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I mean, I just want to know if Sue and Megan be strapping each other. That's my question.
It's obvious.
White lesbians are so interesting to me because that just would like never truly be a thing in our community. Like I know it's a thing, but it's not like a big thing for like two studs be strapping one another.
Come to Atlanta.
I said I know it's a thing, but it's like not the norm.
It's not the norm.
Like you see two white, not white studs, but two white masks together so often in our community. And I feel like in our community, it's not as common. It exists.
Pound
It's
town.
not as common. I feel like I know more femmes who want to strap studs than studs who want to strap other studs.
They be in Atlanta. You don't think that they a couple because they look like stud bros.
Oh,
This couple I don't know if there was a couple, but it was two studs at our brunch recently. And I thought they were just friends. I thought it was on a friend date. One of the studs started twerking on the other stud out of nowhere. I'm talking about she was messing it up. I said I did not see that coming.
Friend date where?
Go ahead. Yeah, it wasn't a friend date.
I was about to say something about studs twerking, but the people in the comments say that I have too many rules and regulations.
Girl, first of all, you say what you want to say. Get that shit off your chest. Don't nobody care about these comments. I mean,
okay, I hate it. I don't like to see studs twerk. I hate it. Maybe like a fun twerk here and there, but you really twerking for your life, like you really dancing that hard in the club. That should be pissing me off.
How you know they a stud? Why you putting that title on them?
Here we go.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I'm tired of y'all woke folks. You know a stud when you see one.
That's what I'm talking about. Here come no label over here. Swear up and down.
No label. Thank you for acknowledging that I am a no label. Thank you.
Of course, I respect.
I got promoted today, everybody. I'm a no label.
I respect your non-label label.
No label BRITT. That's my new name on Instagram at no label BRITT.
Not a girl, not a label.
That is funny.
I graduated.
But I enjoyed the StudBudz live stream. It was just me, my nosy Leo self. I just loved it. All the tea, all the couples that were confirmed. I did see the WNBA actually post some stuff, and it was dope to see that support and like them not to be so, you know, this weird
stuff,
about it. Yeah,
this stuff and a little drama and a little relationships does bring eyes to, you know, to the game. And we need to stop thinking it's just about the game. It's not.
And it's like I've got so many comments of like men being like, we don't know anything about the men's basketball player lives, but don't we? Basketball wives is not a thing, right. Don't we? They're always on the shade room. I know all about everybody's kids and baby mamas and girlfriends and ex-wives. Like, we know so much about their personal business, but because it's a woman and it's women's sports and they're gay, now all of a sudden it should just be about basketball. It should be about it all.
It's been about basketball and that hasn't done nothing for them. Y'all spill the tea. Let us know.
Yeah, I appreciate them doing that because it also kind of humanizes them in a way. It just kind of shows their personality. So shout out to them.
Shout out to the StudBudz. Okay.
Studs is up. We keep going up. We up, bro. We up.
Okay, but do they be having jobs?
Right. The only thing we talked about so far was a cheating film, and then we got some studs that's winning. So
whoa. I don't know if we can identify her as a femme just because she dating one stud.
Now we can't identify.
That's a straight woman. They don't go by femmes. Femmes is a gay term.
Oh, wow, you are strict.
Real strict around these parts. Yeah.
BRITT turn on you just like that. I tell you.
Look. This fake. Okay, so
I'm
now we have to talk about the backlash that trans actress Laverne Cox is currently facing. Earlier this week, the Orange is the New Black star posted a promo video for her new one-woman show, Girl, How Did I Get Here? That's what it's called, which she's performing in New York City. Now, in the clip, she briefly shares a story about an ex that she dated during the pandemic and casually drops that he was a MAGA Republican and New York City cop. Let's watch that, Britt.
My ex-boyfriend, when we met 5 years ago at the height of the pandemic, he was 26, I was 48. He is blonde hair, blue-eyed, MAGA Republican voter who is a New York City police officer. We were madly in love. I did not develop any of these politics. I still have my own. Yeah, my ex-boyfriend was 22 years younger than me, hot MAGA Republican New York City police officer. Yeah. To hear more about that, come to my show at City Winery in New York City, July 28th. It's a Monday.
So obviously, after seeing the video, the internet was just kind of like question mark, because it's Laverne Cox, a Black trans woman, an activist, an actress, and now she's kind of just randomly publicly admitting that she was in love with someone who represented multiple systems of oppression that directly harmed people who look like her. So you can imagine the comments were swift and immediate with backlash. People were like, you could have taken this to the grave, or like, you filmed this, edit it, and then still press upload. One person straight up asks, you voted against everything you are, and you're okay with that, talking about, the boyfriend being a Trump supporter. Now, Laverne responded to that particular comment saying that she wasn't okay with it, that they broke up, and that she was in love, but love wasn't enough. And then she did go live to address the backlash, saying that the children were gagging. And she admitted she didn't think about the reaction when she posted the video, but she also doubled down on saying she doesn't believe in hating people with different beliefs and doesn't want to dehumanize anyone, even as we fight against fascism. But for a lot of people, that only made things worse. People were like, this is not just about a difference of opinion. This man was a cop, a Trump supporter, a white man who benefited from every level of a system she's fought against. So how could she be dating someone, and why would she tell us that she dated someone like this? What are our thoughts? Is this just love being messy sometimes, or did Laverne cross a line by getting involved with someone so fundamentally at odds with who she is and what she represents?
Weird timing. Because I just watched Laverne on the Outlaws podcast with T.S. Madison.
Mm-hmm.
She was just really going in on Trump. She was really going in on MAGA. So to hear this after I literally just watched that today, it is very contradicting to me, but it does make things a little sticky. And the reason why I say this is because my mom is a Trump supporter.
Okay.
And
my dad too.
It was a very, like, I had to really navigate through how to deal with it, because I really was trying to, what I felt like, and I feel like you shouldn't do this with anything, is try to convince somebody why something ain't like they shouldn't support it.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes you just gotta just let people do whatever they gonna do. So that's kind of where I left it, because I was hitting her with the facts, I was hitting her with the videos. Oh, Trump doing this, look at this. Oh, Trump doing that. And they are so heavy on, some people are really, I don't know if it's my mom, but they don't care about what the bad stuff that he do. They still think that in some type of delusional way, he's still for us. He's still for the people, even though he's taking away our LGBTQI plus rights. He's making the rich richer and the poor poor. You get what I'm saying? Like, he's putting people into concentration camps. Like, even if you show certain people that, they still turn their cheek. So when I say that to say, with Laverne, is like, when you dating someone, maybe she felt the same way with like my mom. Like, I can't like say they ain't my mom no more because she support Trump.
Mm-hmm.
But I do think when it's like somebody you dating, that's a choice because that's my mama. You get what I'm saying? Like she
Yeah.
had me. That's blood. But the person you're dating is a MAGA supporter. Now, what I would like to know, because she said it was 5 years ago, did she say how long the relationship lasted?
Not in that video, no. What we just showed was the full clip. And she even said, like, if you want to know more about it, come to the show. So she might, I'm assuming she might get into more details about it
Yeah.
during the show, but she didn't specify it online.
She tried to make sure like they broke up because of that. Because I think you said something like she couldn't get with. Like, did you say something like that?
Yeah, she said that she didn't agree with it, and that obviously because they had different opinions, like love wasn't enough, you know?
Okay. So if that is the case, then I respect that part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, of course, like trans rights is really, you know, at the forefront, like with Trump and stuff, especially right now. So maybe I don't know 5 years ago how much, you know, but Trump has always been Trump. But like first of all, I think it's deeper than her just like being with a Trump supporter. It was that he was a cop and he was a white guy with blue eyes, blonde hair type thing. I think that set people off too, because we envision those Trump supporters that you know what I mean? But like if he was a black cop, like we're not about to be mad because she dating a cop now. Come on now, stop it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you know, people date, like I think I do agree. I'm not gonna lie. If I was single and you vote for Trump, I honestly don't think I could date you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But is it are we going that deep? Like, are people, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I don't.
And then even religious people be dating different and like you might praise a whole different God. You know what I mean? But it might not ultimately work out, you know. But I just don't know. Like, even asking everybody tuned in now, like, would you date somebody that voted for Trump? Or if you voted for Trump, vice versa. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's not about to make or break our friendship, or you know what I mean. I just don't talk about like how Britt was saying with her mom. Like, I talk about it with my dad, and men are so dumb. They'll just be like, well, at least we know he's speaking his mind, or he's not going to hold back. Yeah, but look what he's speaking about. You know what I'm saying? But
I mean, I think when it comes to trans women, especially Black trans women, they often find themselves having to find love in different ways. And like Black men aren't nearly as open to dating trans women as white men are. Like, if you think about the Black trans women that we see platformed and celebrated, oftentimes they have white partners more often than not, right? So I think that's something we can consider. And I think that like a lot of this, I think that people's backlash is valid, but also I think that sometimes we hold queer people, especially trans women, to a higher standard, that they're expected to not date in a way that might go against what they represent, when people do that all the time. We see so many straight women, whether they're Black or white, who date Republicans. They have husbands. Like, I remember during the election, women would be like, my vote is blue, but my husband's vote is red. And that's just super normal. Not to say that it's right, but like it's more accepted, or not seen as like an attack against Black people or an attack against trans people. So when a Black trans woman admits that, like, this is an experience I had, I was in love with him, we did have different politics, it did break us, but this is my experience, why is our first reaction to unfollow her, try to deplatform her, and to attack her? Like, as a Black femme who can be straight passing, I've never had the struggle to be loved by another Black person ever in my life. Black trans women can't always say that. So if in that moment during her life, she found love from someone who is extremely problematic and against who she is as a person, that is her honest truth. And I don't think that we are the right to judge her for that. Laverne Cox is not the spokesperson for all trans people, right? Like, she's a part of the community and she holds space, but like, why is she not allowed to maybe have a misstep in her love life when we've all in some way have dated probably against our best interest. Maybe not politics, our race, but just like I've dated broke studs many of times. That's against my best
We
interest.
about to get her
Not-
out of
not
here.
too
We about
much.
to get her out of
I'm
here.
just saying I can relate. That's all I'm saying.
What? What?
Yeah, Miss Cox. At least she ain't with him no more. And I know what I
Yeah.
will say is she goes so hard for trans rights. I wouldn't say that I like you just said, I don't agree with the whole following and canceling. I mean, it happened, it was
Right.
in her past, and obviously it was an issue for them, as she just stated, that it ultimately was something that she couldn't eventually, couldn't see eye to eye for. And that's why people don't like sharing their personal interests and what happens in their personal life.
Right.
Imagine how many people we probably wouldn't like if we knew what they did in their personal life. There will probably be so
Diddy,
many people that we
R.
would be like, yo,
Kelly.
I don't fuck. Hello, you get what I'm saying? Like, even though he was OD with his, but it's a lot of people that if we found out what they were really doing in their personal life, bro, we probably wouldn't, rock with them. But I don't think Laverne is somebody who we should be unfollowing and boycotting and talking down on. Because if anybody
Exactly.
has stood up for trans people, it is Laverne Cox. Like,
And
and even on that episode that I just watched today, like she was going in and making very valid points. That's why I was like, damn, she just
And
said
she could
this.
have learned from that experience
Exactly.
dating him. You know what I mean? And I feel like a
Yeah.
lot of her trans sisters who have the same type of platform and have the same type of like reach and impact, their opinion is like, that's not the end of the world. It's not the best thing, right? It's
Yeah.
problematic, but like that doesn't mean that y'all should be attacking her. And I think people expect it for other Black trans women to attack her and to, wag their finger. And like none of them are doing that. And I just feel like as someone who's not trans, if a trans woman who holds space with her is saying this, that's what we should be listening to, not all these other people on the internet who are like, now we need to unfollow her and we can't support her.
Yeah.
Like it's just not everything needs to be canceled over.
right.
The cancel culture is some Black people shit. White people don't do that amongst themselves. They literally can agree to disagree and move the fuck on. Look at how they freaking Caitlyn, what's her name? Caitlyn Jenner.
Yes. I'm
Look
like,
at
what we
how they
talking about?
praise. Look at how trans people praise that lady, and she is an open Trump supporter. Yet they still be praising her and bowing down to her like she's the first. They be calling her a princess and all kind of weirdo stuff. And she's a Trump supporter, and they still stick beside her
He's
because
actually a Trump supporter, anti-gay, anti-trans,
you get what I'm
anti.
saying.
He's
And they
actually
still
anti everything she is. Like,
and
if
they
you're
ain't
gonna
tried to
be
take
mad at a
nothing
trans
from that
woman, she
lady.
should be one of them. Yeah.
They ain't try to take nothing from that lady. Like
Yeah.
the cancel culture is some Black people stuff. We really need to cancel the cancel culture. And in that episode, Laverne and T.S. Madison were definitely saying it's hard for them to find people to date. They both said that, and they said that's why they date a lot of down low men. That's why
Yep.
they date a lot of trade men, because if they could find a masculine
Black
man, that
man who
Black
would be
men, they
open.
would go for. They literally said that in the conversation. So
And then when
that's
you
the
do
point.
have Black men who are open to dating trans women, they get picked on, they
Yep.
get judged, they get talked about, so much so that it turns into almost like an unsafe environment for the trans women that they're dating. And that's the
Yeah.
issue. Like, so it's like, yeah, is it the best decision she could have made? No, but could it might have been one of her only options at the time? Probably.
And we also had an interview, I forget her name. We interviewed somebody, a trans woman, that she says she goes on like dates, flown out by rich white men all the time. A lot of these rich white men are voting for Trump. You think that's going to stop you from going on these dates? Hell nah.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think we should judge more if she said that, if Laverne said that she voted for Trump. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's
right,
when
right.
we should like look at you, like how you were saying with what's her name? Whatever her name.
Caitlyn.
Yeah. Yeah, but like I think we're being a little ridiculous, and like every single day we do, like as a culture, like people just do dumb shit, and we be choosing like the dumbest shit to be the most mad at. You know what I mean? Like there's thieves and shit everywhere. We mad that you dated somebody that there's people hitting a girl right now, whatever. God bless them. But like we be tripping on the dumbest shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I just
Like,
I don't think this is worth canceling someone who's done so much for the culture, not just trans culture, but Black culture, and like the things that she represents and the doors that she's opened for other trans women. Like, we should not just turn our back on her because she dated some guy 22 years younger than her that was also a MAGA supporter. I don't know if she needs to tell us he had blonde hair and blue eyes. Like, that was a bit like, okay.
But on that white boy.
She was like gorgeous and but one thing I do really hate, man, is like how this politics is like really dividing us as a country. Like, even when it's always been red and blue. It just never felt this segregated. I've never experienced where it's kind of making us feel like, yo, I don't mess with you because you're a Republican. Like, little did I know, I knew a lot of Republicans that I never knew was
are Republicans.
They are, and
there's
I
this
didn't know it.
perception that all Black people are Democrats and all white people are Republicans.
It's not true.
And the one thing I've learned getting older and being around politics is a lot of Black people, especially successful Black people, are Republicans.
Yeah, they are.
I personally wouldn't date someone who was like a very strong Republican and came from a like super strong Republican family as a Black queer person. But do I know Black Republicans? Yes. And would I be like, I'm not going to have a conversation with you because you're a Republican? No.
Right. Yeah.
I think Trump just ignites hate. You know,
I was going to say that. I think his presidency, kind of, white people felt like they needed to take something back that they quote unquote lost, and they have really leaned into it in a way that's almost unnecessary. Not almost, it's absolutely unnecessary. And I think that's the divide that we're feeling. It's not us doing it for sure.
Yeah, he's letting people feel like they can get away with shit as long as they got his back. Like,
that's why I say I hate that for us, because we never been like this, bruh. Like, this divided as a country, it's never really been like this.
Well, we have
segregation. I mean, with the presidents over.
Oh, like, it's definitely been dark.
Not like our ancestors, but like, you know,
it's never been this bad. No,
it's never been this bad. So yeah, I hate that for us. But yeah, we gotta learn to agree to disagree. My mom's a Trump supporter. I just had to let her be a Trump supporter.
BRITT did say her mom had the signs in her.
She had the sign in her yard and everything.
Oh my god!
The only house on the block. Everybody else had the Harris and what is his name? I don't know. Yeah, Harris Waltz sign in their yard. My mom was the only one that had the Trump sign in her.
I just wonder what made people go so hard for this man.
I don't know.
The thing is, he's not even, take the racism aside, right? He's not even a good president. Like,
I don't get it.
He doesn't make good decisions for the United States at all. And he just does foolish things. Like, he was just telling the Washington Commanders they have to change their name. Why is that something that you're even worried about?
I seen that. I really be thinking, how do he got this much time to be controlling a war? Telling the basketball team
he don't be doing president work at all. That man be on his phone tweeting.
That's how I really feel, is that he had a lot of funds behind him and people funding him. So there was like all these promises, like, hey, if I put this much in, I want this name changed or some shit. Like, and he's trying to go down a list. That's why he did so much shit in just a few months. You know what I mean? He's like, all right, this person done gave me 100,000, 500,000. You know, but it's ridiculous. I already can't wait till the man get up out of here. And who knows how this country is going to be by the end of his term.
Wow. How many years has it been already?
It ain't even been one.
Damn.
It's been
damn. See, the pandemic made his first presidency go by real fast because we were more focused on like living and like not dying. But now this time it's like, oh, we're moving very slowly. Very, very slowly.
Yeah.
It's sad.
Now we stressed out. Look.
I got a headache now.
I'm always stressed out. Yeah, man. Y'all lighten up off Laverne Cox, y'all. Let's
give our sister a break.
Do y'all think this is going to affect her ticket sales or make it better?
He might end up selling more tickets.
I really feel like people hate watch stuff. People hate attend stuff. Talking about her is only going to bring her more views, more engagement.
Well, go up this.
Yeah. So
well, we just dropped the episode of the No Homo Show on Patreon. This is with Ty Grant. She's like a social influencer slash comedian. She drops a lot of skits. She's got like over 500,000 followers. Funny. They drop shit every single day. We just interviewed her on the No Homo Show. That was pretty interesting. I'm telling y'all, we got an episode coming up. I think it drops next week. This episode next week on Patreon, we got an episode with Saint and Miss NBA. Are you familiar with them? It's the she's known by the bisexual stud, and she dates Miss NBA. There's a huge height difference and stuff, but
yes, like the really short stud and the really she posts a lot of TikTok videos where she's like, I'm bisexual.
Yeah, well, can I
just let me watch it? Just let me watch it.
No, let them watch it.
Well, we got to get them to watch it, right?
What you gonna say though? Cause look like you about to say too much.
All right, y'all watch it. I'm sure y'all run it to Patreon now. I was giving them a commercial. Damn.
It ain't out yet though.
No, I said next week.
Okay.
Y'all go watch it. Watch everything.
Watch everything.
eXeL cancering right now. She's getting emotional in her feelings.
No, I'm not. I'm just saying I was going to give them some clickbait to want to watch it.
Okay, I got you. Don't pick her.
But other than that, I'm ready to check out. Look at y'all.
Oh, was that the end of it? Oh, my bad.
Nah, so yeah.
Where's our recap at?
Y'all blew me. Y'all blew me on the recap.
Oh, the cancer.
Cancer's cancer.
Yep.
So basically, get y'all tickets for Atlanta Black Pride. Watch the next episode of the No Homo Show and the episode after that. Watch this episode, and then we'll see y'all next week.
And StudBudz is up. Don't forget. Love y'all.
StudBudz is down.
How we always down?
No jobs.
I'm gonna end on that. I'm about to.